we're going to talk really quickly about the narcissistic triangle. It's one of those tactics that the narcissist will use against you. So let's get started. Closed captioning provided by Athena Moberg and CPTSDFoundation.org. My name is Angela Atkinson, and on this channel I offer free daily video coaching to help you discover, understand, and overcome narcissistic abuse in toxic relationships. I like to call it toxic relationship rehab. So if that sounds good to you, hit that subscribe button and let's get going. What is triangulation? We're going to start today with a story demonstration. Here you go. So Liz and Molly have been looking for a third lady to join them on their girls' night outs on Fridays. And as they're discussing, well, I'll just let them tell you.
Hi, Liz. Hey, girl, hey. Happy to see you, Molly. It is so good to get out. I love our weekly girls' night. Hey, how about we invite Becky next week? Yeah, it sounds great. She's really cool. Hey, girl, hey. You want to join Molly and me for girls' night this weekend? Oh, I thought you'd never ask. I'll be there. Hey, girl, hey. I cannot make it to girls' night out. I'm so bummed. Well, that sucks, but we'll miss you for sure. Yeah, I hate to miss it, but I'll totally be there next time. Oh my god, it is so good to get out of the house for once. Hey, how's your week been? Girl, I have been dying for this day. Hey, wonder why Liz couldn't join us. Well, she claims to be busy, but you know how that goes. I mean, have you seen her new hair? Talk about trying too hard. She has a bright red streak in it like she's 16 again. Do you think she's trying too hard or what? Nah, she's real sweet. Ugh, whatever you say. Oh my god, I love your hair. Oh, you're so sweet. Thanks, girl. Yeah, it's super cute. And who cares what Molly says anyway? Freaking Molly. What'd she say now? Ugh, you know Molly. Always something with her. She told me you're trying too hard or something when you got your hair cut last time. I know that new red streak is just gonna put her over the edge. That girl, I swear. Wait, what? I knew Molly was kind of sassy, but did she really say that? You heard nothing from me. What? No, hey girl, hey. Liz, I freaking love that new dude of yours. Whatever, Molly. Don't bother lying to me. Wait, what? Why are you mad at me? Hey girl, hey.
Just kidding. So therein lies the rub. Obviously what we have here is two friends who were doing just fine until this third party came in and triangulated them. She put herself in the middle, and it turned out that this particular person just kind of really wanted to be friends with one of these girls, or at least some of these girls, and she, by triangulating them against each other, she put herself in the middle, and now if she's lucky she'll win. But hopefully these two girls will stick together and realize who the real friends are here. That's how triangulation works with a real life example. And the flying monkey often means well, but often ends up evangelizing for the narcissist. The narcissist has a message and the flying monkey is happy to spread it, even if they don't mean to be causing any harm. Flying monkeys are often just other victims, other casualties of the narcissist's manipulation and abuse. So it involves the narcissist and two unsuspecting victims who are used sort of against one another. The role that you play in this triangle might shock you. When I first learned about it, I really could not believe which one I was of those three. The first one is victim, then the savior, then the bad guy. Which one are you? So let's talk about the victim first. The primary role in this triangle is the victim. And what's surprising, or maybe not, is that the victim is not the actual victim here. The narcissist plays the role of injured party in this game. I know you're shocked. He or she will use guilt and manipulation to get what they want by pitting one person against the other person. Unfortunately, this tactic works way too well, especially on people who are empathetic or empathic, which y'all know you are. That's because we are hardwired to help people in distress. It's part of our nature. It's why we have the unfortunate narc bait label on our proverbial foreheads. It's why we keep attracting these type of people into our lives. Now let's talk about the savior. So this is the surprising role that I found myself in when I studied this kind of narcissistic abuse tactic. See, the savior, as it turns out, is also the unwitting enabler because they try to take care of the people around them and often to their own detriment. This role is technically one of the actual victims in this circle. This is the person who gets used by the narcissist. Now let's talk about the evil one, the bad guy or girl. The evil one is the bad guy or the bad girl, according to the narcissist. He or she is the one who gets the blame, the one who the victim, aka the narcissist, claims has injured him or her and caused pain to. And generally, the evil one doesn't even know there's a major issue. Or if they do, they are as bewildered as you are about why it's happening. The evil one becomes the reason the narcissist gets the savior to react. So let's connect the dots. This is how you draw this triangle in a particular pattern that causes the narcissistic manipulation. So using the roles we've defined, we're going to draw the triangle right now. First, the problem. The victim has a problem, that's the narcissist, which creates a need. So let's go really simple with our example situation here and say the problem is that the victim, the narcissist, is not getting enough attention in the narcissist's marriage. Now, this is most likely because he treats the wife, who in this iteration is the evil one, like she doesn't matter to him unless he is manipulating her or using her to manipulate someone else. Now remember, this could just as easily be a female narcissist doing this to a male non-narcissist. Second, we have the sad story. The victim then goes to the savior and tells a sad story. In our example, maybe this guy goes to another woman and whines about how evil his wife is and how horrible she is to him and how she ignores all of his attempts at conversation and connection and affection. He may even say she's a cold fish or she's abusive herself. Anything to play up that victim status, that victim role, and make the savior feel sorry for him. Well, then there's the shoulder to lean on. The savior becomes the shoulder to lean on. And depending on their own ability to resist the narcissist's love bombing tactics, this woman will often become the next love of his life, or equivalent depending on the situation. This person's role as savior will only be held as long as she continues to play to the victim's liking. The triangle evolves, guess what? The savior becomes the evil one. What? Yes. It gets really twisted right here. This is the point at which the current evil one slips out of the triangle, or back into the role of the savior in some cases. See, the moment the savior doesn't fulfill the narcissistic supply as expected, the narcissist begins to effectively put them into the evil role position. Goes on to search for the next savior, aka source of supply. For example, a narcissistic mother of 2 daughters consistently alternates between the two as savior and evil one. The roles are passed back and forth between them from very early in their lives, and the narcissist mother actively manages and cultivates that situation to her benefit, and unfortunately often at the cost of the relationship between the sisters. This cycle begins again as the previous savior watches herself slip into the role of evil one, and she realizes what has happened. As she does, she suddenly understands that she was used to manipulate the evil one, only by now it's too late to change anything. The cycle begins again, and a really skilled narcissist will often play the same few people against each other in varying roles over and over again. They will always find fault with every person in their lives, and they will eventually learn that the victim role, as described at the beginning of this video, is one of the quickest ways to reel in the next victim. The cycle is cemented into the process further every time it works. And it always works because the narcissist knows exactly what to look for in a savior. Have you been there? Between the gaslighting, the love bombing, the flying monkeys, you end up forgetting that your entire identity is what it is. And you desperately try to become the version of yourself that would make the narcissist happy. It's how the narcissist keeps you in control. But even if you manage to completely change and morph yourself into the narcissist's idea of the perfect person, it never matters. Here's a harsh reality that we've all got to understand. When it comes to the narcissist and their perception of you, you can never be enough. Even if you focus your energy completely on the narcissist will always be looking for something better. They'll always be looking for supply from some other source, something that will help to just give them more attention. No matter how amazing you are, it will never, ever be enough for a narcissist. Don't let yourself be confused here, my friend. It's definitely not you. You're not the problem. It's totally the way the narcissist's convoluted mind works. And you cannot take personal responsibility for the broken person you've been dealing with. You just have to find a way to your self-confidence and peace outside of the narcissist. The fact is that since the narcissist is so personally broken on the inside, nobody can ever fill the endless hole of need that the narcissist carries around with them, at least not for very long. This brings me to the question of the day. 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 Have you done this? Have you been there? Have you experienced the different types of roles the narcissist wants to stick you into? Share your experiences, share your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what roles you've been shoved into against your will, and let me know how you felt about it and how you dealt with it. Maybe your comments will help another survivor feel not so alone today. Share your thoughts, share your ideas, share your experiences in the comment section below, and let's talk about it. Let me just offer a really quick shout out to my amazing inner circle, the people who clicked that join button or the link in the description below if your device isn't compatible, and who are supporting my mission here at YouTube. Take a look. Angela Falsetta, Susan Marion, Roxanne Antle, Deborah, Black Caesar, Life's Revival, Trisha Wolf, James F., Marlene, Jen Archer, and Sarah Lee. Thank you. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. I sincerely appreciate that you connected with me and that you're helping me to further my mission and to continue helping our Spanily and anyone who needs help to discover, understand, and overcome narcissistic abuse and toxic relationships. Thank you so much. All right, that's all I've got for you right now. But as always, thank you so much for being a part of my day and a part of my life. And thanks for letting me be a part of yours. It really does mean a lot to me. Now, before I go, make sure you take a look at the videos I'm leaving for you right there and right there. And while you're here, hit that subscribe button right there so we can stay connected and continue on this healing journey together. I'll see you soon.